Hey folks, Dustin here, Edge Fishing. I've got a old ZEBCO 33 Spincast reel, if you can see it there. I'm going to do a video on taking this apart and going through it and just cleaning it up and doing a service maintenance, job on it, so we can get it back out on a rod and then on the water and for one of the kids to use. And hopefully it'll turn out pretty good. Just stay tuned and sit back and follow us along. Alright guys, what we got here is a ZEBCO 33 made in USA. Right there, made in USA. ZEBCO. Anti-reverse. This reel's a little old, so we're going to be doing a maintenance on it. Drag. And bait alert. Anti-reverse. Yeah, it works. Kinda. Reel's old and got a lot of slop in it. We're going to try to fix it. And in order to do that, we got some 3-in-1 oil. I'm going to put on the smaller parts. And I've got some marine grade grease that I use for my boat trailer that I'm going to put on the gears themselves, a small dab. So here we go. Alright, let's start off by taking off this front cover. Alright, we'll start off by taking off this front cover. We'll twist it to the left, and it just all popped out. Cover there, we'll set it to the side. And then this mechanism popped out. I don't know the technical term for it, but as you reel back in, this springs up, catches your line, and helps spool your line back, reel your line back on the spool. So we'll set that to the side. And what we got here is I call them E-clips or C-clips. But basically these things pop up. It's easier with a screwdriver. I've got a 3/8 inch wrench here in case I need it for this. But that just slides up like that. And then it allows us to take that part of the spool cover off. And then we can take the spool off. Be mindful of these shims under here. Take this out next. Alright. Okay, next we're going to take off the back cover. First we'll get this reel handle out of the way. Like I said, this was a 3/8. Lock nut. Pull that apart. Set it to the side. And then we'll turn this to the left, counterclockwise, and pop the back cover off. Set that to the side, and that exposes our gears. we can see our drag right there. That operates our drag. Looks like there might be a little crack, if you can see it right there. Okay, this here's our bait clicker. There it's off. Here it's on. It engages that piece of plastic into the gear. Okay, this here is our anti-reverse. That should be off. It can go either direction. When it's on, it won't go back. It locks in place. And that's as far as we're going to take it down. And from here, it's just going to be wiping down, cleaning all this up, and then we'll get to greasing. All right, folks. I've got everything wiped down. Now I'm going to start reassembling. We'll get some 3-in-1 oil. Just using multi-purpose oil. I'm sure they make real oil. Not real R-E-A-L, but real R-E-E-L, real oil. Okay, I've got oil on this shim. I'm just putting it on both sides, just smearing it all around. I'll lay that down there. I'm going to put a thin coat of oil on this as well. And that goes back down on there. All right, the spring mechanism. I'm going to put a, that's quite a bit actually, dab of oil on that. Okay, I put a dab of oil on that. We'll work that a little bit, and then take and clean some of the excess out. We'll get our, I used this earlier to actually clean this area, but we'll just use it again. Clean up this stuff. And that oil will stay under there, so. So it'll be good. All right, for our reel, our handle spot, we're going to take and put a dab of oil on this side here. I don't think it went where there, it's working down into there. If you can see that, get it to focus. But what we're doing is just working there. That's way too much. But we're working oil down into all this mechanism. If you can see that in there, right here in this little spot. We want that all lubed up. All right. Next, we're going to take our grease. I'm wanting to get a dab of grease out of the grease gun. Okay, we got our grease, got a dab of grease, and we're going to take it and put it on down there and try to dab it around this gear here. So basically, whenever this turns, there, we could even do it like that to where we get it on. Try to get it on all this gear. And since this thing didn't have grease on here before, it would everything got stiff over time. Dust gets in there and dust and water and all that. It just makes things not work. So get some grease in there and kind of help prolong it. What I'd like to do is get grease, some grease down here. Best I can. Yeah, that'll work. It's better than what it was, that's for sure. That already feels brand new, and you can see some of our 3-in-1 oil has started to come out here, so we've got good lubrication throughout that shaft there. All right, I think we're about ready to put her all back together now, so hang on. All right, first thing we're going to do is start in reverse and put our rear cover plate back on. Basically just line the notch up there. Oop. It'd help if I put it on the right way. Line our notch up. Notches, turn it to the right till it clicks, and that's in. Next, we'll put our handle back on. It goes on a certain way. It's got 2 flats on either side of this. And then put our lock nut back on. Snug it down, just so. Ooh, that's already nice. All right. Next was this piece. I don't know the technical term, but it's got two tabs on it. Locating tabs, I guess you could say, and this piece is the same on either side, so regardless of if we put it in this way or this way, it's not going to matter. So we'll locate that tab there, and it locates here and here, just like that. Okay, I didn't show you before, and I had a problem with the spool not seating properly, and it's because of the drag. In the drag, the screw in here that tightens for your drag, you can see it moves, but it has to be located or held in place with this other locking, or this locator that sits in here. So whenever we turn it, shoot, if I can get this thing to focus, there we go. Whenever we turn it, you can see that that tab sits down in there now and keeps that from turning, so we can tighten our drag or loosen it. That's what does it for us. So be sure that that is seated properly. Then we can go back to putting all this on, and now this spool seats below to where we can get that on, and now our retaining clip will slide right in. So just be sure that you make sure that happens. Alright, and close to lastly, this here goes on, and it just tightens down like that. It just snugs down like so. Just kind of hand tight it, don't kill it. Yeah, and then we'll put our cover back on. Just be sure the notches are located properly. Twist it to the right, and there's our reel. Our bait alert on. Clicks now. Sounds good. Our drag. The only other thing we'll have to do is just re-spool this reel, but I'm not going to right now because I don't plan on using it anytime soon. Oh, and our anti-reverse. Forward, reverse. Bait clicker on, bait clicker off, or bait alert off. That works. Anti-reverse on, boom. On, can't go back. So that's working. It works like it should. It feels smooth. Yeah, that works. We want to check that. You want to hear that click? Okay. So there. Let's see if I can show you this real quick. Okay. So when we click the button, this is going to fall down. That's right. That's what we want to do, because when that goes down, that allows our line to spool out whenever we cast. So that line's going to come around this and spool out. And then whenever we go to reel in, this is going to pop out. See if I keep it in focus or do it like this. Well, my hand was in the way, but you saw it. Click it to cast, then reel. There's the click, and that pops out. It grabs your line, and it assists in re-spooling your line back on. So it's working properly. Everything works good, like it should. And so there you have it, guys. That's basically the maintenance of a ZEBCO 33. I don't know what year this is, if it's got a year mark on it or not, but I don't see anything. but it's definitely an older one from what I've seen. So it's ready to catch some fish. Be a good reel for my youngest boy getting ready to start. Keeps it simple for the smaller kids. Alright guys, that was a video there, real quick video on my reel maintenance. It was reel maintenance on a ZEBCO 33. Probably early 80s maybe reel, I'm not really sure. A guy could do that with stuff around the house if need to. I mean, it's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Take it apart, clean up all the moving parts, you know, re-lube them, and should get you plenty more years of fishing out of it. And it's good to take care of your stuff. You take care of it, it'll take care of you, and last you years and become an heirloom, and you can pass it on down to your children and grandchildren or whatever. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll have more videos like that in the future if that's what you guys want. So just comment below if there's anything you guys want to see in particular, and we'll try our best to make it happen. So thanks for stopping by and watching our video. So this is Edge Fishing. We're out.